All right, everybody. Check on the mic. Do a little
We're
mic
here.
check.
We're here.
We're here. We
Made it
made
back.
it. We made it.
Hope everybody had a good Christmas, New Year's.
All right, everybody. We sound good. All righty. So, yes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in for year 2026 of 100 Proof Whitetails. How long have we been doing this?
84 episodes.
Yeah.
83.
Something like that. That
What
we've
episode
been
is this? 83.
83 that we've been 100 Proof Whitetails. So, thank you all that have been following along since before when we were Whitetails and Whiskey
Yeah.
or something.
Contraband.
The contraband name.
We got a cease and desist.
Back
Because
in the day.
apparently people in North Carolina were intimidated by us.
They didn't like us.
Didn't like it.
Didn't like it. Actually, I don't need to do this. I can just play it off.
They're probably not even a thing anymore.
Might not be. Jeremy Lanier says hi. What's going on, Jeremy? Jammery. Sorry. Jammery Lanier.
Jammery.
Connor2424Y7 says hi. Can I get a shout out? You got it.
Is that our Connor?
I don't think so. I don't think so. That doesn't seem like our Connor. But we gave you a shout out, Connor.
Can I get a shout out?
Little Jax, YouTube's tearing it up tonight. Must be they're liking our shorts and stuff.
Must be. Have you been posting more shorts?
I've been posting a few, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
I was gonna say we
got to throw a bunch in the clip tray, but we're doing pretty good. So, yeah, new year, deer season's over, but we got some stories to tie into the end of that. We got some good video drops we'll be able to put in the show for you guys. I'm gonna try to dial up the Tikkamatoks. So we got Tikkamatok going too, because we're getting good feed off of that from folks. Lamar says, hello, host. What's up, Lamar?
Jackson.
Lamar Catchings.
Nice. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all. So for anybody tuning in on YouTube that might not have seen us before, if you're a subscriber, thank you. But we're a kind of hunting, outdoor, fishing. We do fishing episodes once in a while on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
You name it. Podcast. Do a little bit of whiskey drinking here and there, and our beer. We drank wine. We drank rum. I mean, we drink a little bit of everything. Whatever people's flavors is. Alcohol. White Claws. Once in a while.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes
when the mood strikes. So, yep. So we have we got a cool little episode today, kind of talking postseason stuff, and
January, February chores, deer
plans.
chores.
Your plans for January, February. Yep.
Why couldn't I say that?
We got that going too. So we'll crank it right up, just like we do every show. Give a shout out to the folks that support the show. Starting right off, Busy Bee Chiropractic. Right up here in this corner will be our sponsor list. Right up where the Black Coon is. Busy Bee Chiropractic and Wellness in Newark, New York. Thank you, Dr. Britt. And I think Nate's got a little story we'll share with that after the sponsors here. But hit them up for all your chiropractic and wellness needs. They keep us feeling good year-round. Keep our muscles nice and loose. Nate's first time in the sauna. He's got a story about that coming up. I do the sauna every time after an adjustment. So go see Dr. Britt, Busy Bee Chiropractic and Wellness in Newark, New York. Thank you for the support. M&R Firewood right here out of Phelps, New York. These folks specialize in seasoned firewood, whether it's for your campfire, for smoking wood. He does some custom smoking wood for the nice stuff. They have a stand on Route 96 there going out of town of Phelps, and also down by Smoking Pete's down Seneca Lake. So hit up M&R Firewood. They do face cord orders, they do smoking wood, and they also do campfire bundles as well if you're getting ready to start thinking about that campfire season. So great places. Yep.
I mean, honestly, I like winter fires.
And a nice winter fire. Well, you got a nice wood stove. That helps.
No, I mean outside.
Oh.
Drinking some
bonfire.
Yeah, drinking some beers with the guys. Usually, it's the best time of year if you got a big pile. Torch off.
Yeah. I might have a fair amount of firewood logs coming out of this timber harvest. Hook Rick up with. I'm sure he'll be happy. He's always looking for some more wood to sell to some folks. So.
I think I'm gonna have a big bonfire here.
You got a good pile out there. You should be probably ready.
And then get some of the guys together, and we'll drink some beer and torch that thing off.
Make the blue flames again. What the heck was it last year that was making the blue flames? I can't remember. It was like on the snow. Remember that when I took that picture? And that video when it was like the blue flames? I can't remember what
Probably
that
where
was.
the gas
The diesel or something, maybe.
landed on the.
Yeah. So then we got Pierce Metalworks,
Here's
owner
Metalworks.
operator right here.
Owner operator for all your machining, milling, turning, fabricating, and welding needs.
Hmm.
A little bit of engineering thrown in there.
Custom installs.
Custom installs. I did a little engineering for that person. Custom installs.
Dude, that needs
So
to
that-
go on the Pierce Metalworks page. That hide tumbler, that came out pretty solid, dude.
I know he's still
pretty
having
sweet.
problems with it walking though.
Well, you just gotta.
Even
just
after the weld.
Really,
Yeah, we couldn't figure that one out. He called me today. So
that's the shaft itself.
so
Gotta
we
be
got
moving.
another
Dilemma
implement
with
going in. I don't know if he did it.
Hmm.
I told him just put
Because
it.
the weld didn't break, did it?
No.
No. Huh.
I think the sides were walking in.
Probably, and like we talked about, they're kind of built upright rather than on the outside, so they don't have like structural support outside with them.
So I think what we're gonna do, get a couple casters,
Mm-hmm.
screw them into a couple boards, and screw the boards onto either side of the frame, and then the drum will just sit there and roll on the casters, and the casters should keep it.
Oh, sitting in the pocket, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try that.
Yeah. Model 2.0.
5.0 on this project.
That's what happens when
I'm like,
somebody
how's
gets...
it working? And then he always goes, it's working great. And then a day later, hey, we got this problem.
Yeah,
Like,
what's going
damn it.
on? Yeah, we got to put a shield on it so the kids don't stick their fingers in it. Well, that's probably a good idea.
Hey, that was a nice.
That one came out perfect, dude.
That was a nice
That came out custom.
chain guard.
Yeah, that was money. So
I could send you a picture right now. I'm gonna send you a picture. You're gonna have to pull up Pierce Metalworks
we will.
chain guard.
Yeah. We'll shout out Heritage Outdoor Sports. Apparently, the Winter League started. Me and Nate missed the memo, but check them out.
Missed the sign up too
Yeah.
somehow.
But got our names on the board. But anyway,
They
check
like
them
us
out
that
for
much.
all your hunting needs, whether it's hunting bows, competition bows, crossbows. They're an authorized Tacticam dealer now, so you can get your cameras and/or solar panels, any of your accessories for them right there at it's Tacticam. Is that the one that's got the reveal and all that stuff? I could be getting this wrong.
Tacticam. Yeah.
I don't run cell cameras. I don't know this stuff.
Hey, you get Tacticam?
Yeah, they're a Tacticam dealer now.
Who?
Heritage.
Oh, nice.
So check them out. They got a whole big display in there, brand new targets and stuff like that to roll in 2026.
Mike, I need Moultrie.
The new 2026 cameras or bows rather. So head on over to Heritage Outdoor Sports, Melvin Hill Road, Phelps, New York. Phelps Fire Department keeping us safe and keeping the fires at bay for our local community here. Also have a great place to rent if you're having a party, shindig, get together, family reunion, anything like that. We did our youth event there and it was a huge success. So yeah, hit up Phelps Fire Department. They got a kitchen on site, tables and chair rentals available, and a little clubhouse that's got darts, pool, and all sorts of games like that you would expect in a clubhouse. So thank you, Phelps Fire Department, for your support. Whitetail Properties of the Finger Lakes, Tim Kent, Ben Williams, and Heather Kent making up the team and specializing in helping these folks in this kind of 13 county area that we cover. We do work outside of that with buyers that are kind of looking on the edges of that 13 county zone. But if you're looking for ground, home on acreage, anything like that, even do residential, traditional homes and stuff like that as well too. Any kind of real estate's our specialty. Even sold a commercial property this past year, so you name it. And then I don't have their logo pulled up, but I want to give a shout out to K&M. They got a great allocation season for their whiskey and hooked some folks up with some real fine bottles. And they hooked us up for the Phelps Sip and Stroll with a Magnum Buffalo Trace.
All right.
I'm gonna get this, dude. This thing is the size of your head, Nate. Dude, so went in there and they hooked us up with that.
Damn. Yeah, everyone loved the Buffalo Trace.
Put it in front of the camera, it looks bigger. Yeah, so, I mean, it's a Magnum. It's a handle of Buffalo. So we'll be having that at
It'll kill you.
Oh, that'll kill you.
It'll kill
Literally,
you.
the weight will kill you. That'll be at the Phelps Sip and Stroll coming up. I was going to shout
Around
that out.
Valentine's week.
It is this year. It is bless you. Saturday, February 7th. New time this year, 3 to 6 p.m. Um, so that'll be going on downtown Phelps. You can get your tickets. It's not sold out yet, but it sells out every year. So come say hi to us, the 100 Proof folks. Keith will probably be there. He said he's got to check with the missus, so maybe. But it's always a good time. We always see a lot of folks. They're always like, hey, these are the guys with the deer and the whiskey with the podcast. So I'm sure we'll see some familiar
They
faces.
forget about us the other 364 days of the year, but
Yeah, pretty much, unless we're giving away something.
yeah.
So, yep. All right, we got a couple things coming in. Wow, look at the freaking comments rolling in. Mike Vienna, shout out to you guys, my two favorite local hunting heroes. Now I don't know about that, Mike. Thanks for hooking me up with the local sewer guy's number the other day, so I get that sewer issue figured out at Hannah's grandma's. Appreciate it, Mike.
Appreciate the support, Mike.
Mike killed a nice buck this year. Killed a great buck.
One of his biggest.
Yep.
I was talking to him the other day about it.
And he had his grandson out there too for the recovery of a couple of them. Did they kill one together too this year?
I'm not sure, but
They shared the blind a couple times.
he said that that was his favorite part about this year, not only killing one of his biggest deer, but mainly spending time with his grandkids. And we should honestly do another show and hook up with Mike, because Mike runs upstate New York.
Ahead of the Trout Derby, we definitely should do a show. For sure.
Mike heads that up. It's a pretty cool page. Go check it out.
Upstate Sportsman.
We'll have to hook up with him and do another show in his garage.
Yep. Mike, feel free to drop a link in the comments for the video so folks can check it out if they're checking it out. So thank you, Mike, for always checking it out and supporting us.
He does do a great trout derby. I mean, for the youth, if you got kids, it's better than anything I've been to for the kids.
Yep.
For the kids.
Lamar wants to know, how often do you guys get together with the friends and sip on new hooch at a bonfire? I guess it kind of depends. It changed a little bit after we had kids and stuff, but
I don't say before we had kids, probably once a week. And we had kids, and now we're down to, I don't know.
I mean, we get together on the show a couple times a month and do that stuff. So, but
During
bonfires, summer, we do more bonfires.
During the summer, we probably get together just because the days are longer. It's nicer out. The women don't really like us inside, so in the summer, it's easier to go outside.
Yep. That and in the wintertime, usually we're good for one or two bonfires in the winter. And
like I said, I got one coming up.
Yeah. So, Martina Gallo says hello. What's up, Martina? What your stupid finger? I don't know. Oh, wedding ring? Sorry. I don't know. What your stupid finger? Don't know. Lamar says, do you gentlemen smoke cigars while you're out and about? Once in a while, I'll smoke cigars. Not a huge cigar guy, but we're not smokers or anything either. Right off.
Copenhagen guy.
Yeah. A little bit of dip once in a while, maybe, but. All right, here we go. We got Dave Todd says, evening, boys. Congrats, Nate. We'll get to Nate's story here in a little bit. Yes, congrats to him.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
Dave says, love my reveals by Tacticam. So, yeah, I did get the brand right. Okay.
A lot of people like them. A lot of people run them.
Yeah. So.
I think they might be the most easiest to get your hands on for like parts and everything. Because a lot of big stores.
Oh, the add-ons and stuff like that. All the solar panels and
stores carry all of it for them.
Yep. And then Charlie says, yes, it's huge. I have two of them. I don't know what he's talking about. Two bottles. Oh, Buffalo. He's probably talking about the Buffalo handles. Yep. So, yep, they hooked us up with that to share for the folks at the Sip and Stroll. That's always a hit because not a lot of folks get their hands on it. It's coming around more, but, it's not something that you're going to see necessarily every day at the liquor store. You used to. And then Yellowstone made it famous, and everybody said it was scarce, even though Buffalo's like one of the biggest producers of bourbon in the industry, which is crazy.
It's kind of like toilet paper.
It's manufactured, scarcity.
Yeah, it's kind of like toilet paper during COVID.
Yeah, Charlie says buff. So, yeah. Oh, Charlie, that's right. I was talking to Charlie today. I was the one that was telling him I was going to blind these two barrels, or these two bottles, which are two of my One's my definite favorite, and I want to see how it stacks up against this one because he might want to trade me for one of these Century picks from 2023, so 3 years ago. So they're pretty much all gone now. So I wanted to check them out and revisit them. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll get to sipping on a little bit of that when Nate's telling his story, and we'll roll that out. But I think that covers all the sponsors. I went through
Yeah.
the list, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's nice to see some new faces on the podcast and stuff. So, want to roll right into the story.
Yeah, we can roll into the story.
Need to pull some pieces up for you.
I mean, should we do just kind of like a whole season recap?
I think a whole season recap would be a good one. I mean, you started off.
I mean, like, kind of shorten it up, but
Mm-hmm.
I do a season recap, you do a season
Sure.
recap. Then I think we end on
The
some
bottom of the ninth book. Well, it's going
postseason
forward.
strategy going forward.
Yep. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right. So,
First blood.
first blood. Actually, I got first blood. I think out of all of our friends.
Did you get one with the? You got one with the rifle this year too in the early season. The doe.
Nope.
That was last year.
2 years ago.
Oh yeah, it was 2 years. Jeez, time flies.
Yeah. I didn't hunt the September season this year. But, yeah. So October rolled around. I was, whatever I had done is what I was rolling with. My first time I was able to get out was October 4th. Blew the south wind. So I have a stand that I really do like on a south wind. It sets up to where, especially in the early season, you can walk across that open field and there's so much foliage on that you can get away with a lot more walking across that open field. So I get down to it, and with a south wind, mainly a southeast wind, the wind blows right down towards the neighbor's house, which is probably, I don't know, probably pushing 400 or 500 yards behind me.
Oh, the brick house. Yeah.
No. One back in the woods.
Oh, over the hill. Yep.
Yeah. So I go, I pop in there, seeing a couple deer, and then last half hour, 3 doe came out, and a nice doe stood there at about 20 yards, and shot her. Went and found her. She went a lot farther than I thought, especially on a double long. She probably went 150 yards. But went back, dragged her into a position, called Eliza, went and picked her, my son Owen, and my niece Maisie up, and brought them back to where I shot the deer and took the kids on their first blood. Well, not Owen's first blood trail, but him being a little older, he understood it a little more. But it was fun to get them out there and blood trail with that doe and watch the reaction when they stumbled up on it. It was sitting there right in front of them. They didn't see it. They like, had the lights right on it. They're like, "What?" I'm like, "It's a deer." Like, you see the deer? They're like, "Oh, it's a deer!" They got all excited. So that was cool. 4 days later, I went and I sat. Well, it was actually, if you look at episodes in the past, it was the spot I said the new spot I said I was going to put a stand up in. The pinch, the open cover between two bedding areas. And I ended up going in there. It was a northwest wind. I was really hoping for a solid west, but it was northwest. So I climbed up in there. And of course, I planned on videoing, which I did get the video of the shot and the hunt and everything. But which we should be able to get around to this year, is putting together only YouTube video of the season and some of the hunts that we all did and the footage we got. But get to the stand, get my camera arm set up, everything set up, bow, everything, and I sit down and because I video with my phone and really don't have my phone. I left my phone in my truck. So I'm like, all right. So I get down, go back to the truck, get my phone, come back to the stand, climb up there, get it all set up.
Yep.
I don't know, about an hour and a half, 2 hours goes by, and there's a 6 point that comes out down below me. Kind of watching him. I hear something up the hill a little bit from me to my left. I look over, and there was a nice buck. So I'm kind of looking at him, kind of like gauge him a little bit.
Because he was, like you said, within 40 yards when you saw him.
When I first saw him, he was at 30.
Oh, yeah, so he's right on you.
So I was looking at him. I'm like, it looks like he's got a good body. I was like, looks like he's got a nice rack. I was like, yeah. So I made the call. I was gonna shoot him. I grabbed a bow. Got the camera on. Pretty cool video to watch. But yeah, shot him at 20 yards. He went and piled up. I don't know. Probably ran about 50, 60 yards and piled up, tumbled down the hill.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool in the video. You can hear him crashing down the hill as he's flopping down the hill. So honestly, my bow season was pretty short. I did get out a couple other times just to go sit, just to get out there, maybe shoot another doe. I did do a buddy hunt with Jesse over at another property, and me and him brought our climbers, and we both hiked up, found a couple trees in a decent spot we could hike up, and had a doe come in. I got her on video too. Actually, Jesse filmed me shooting her.
Yeah.
So the deal was, see, I already punched a buck tag. If a doe comes in, I get to shoot it. If two doe come in, he gets to shoot the second doe.
Yep.
And if a buck comes in, he's got it.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's the one with the tag. So that was the plan going in. It worked out. Just one doe came in, and able to get her. I forget what date that was. That was probably second or third.
I almost want to say it's like the 18th, maybe?
Yeah, it was like the third week of October.
18th, 19th.
And then after that, my whole season was dead.
Corn was up. It didn't go up. It was up.
Corn was up. They started cutting the corn the afternoon of the last day of muzzleloader. So, or no. Yeah, last day of muzzleloader.
The first muzzleloader season.
First muzzleloader
Not the Kwanzaa season.
Not the Kwanzaa season. So, yeah, gun season, I saw some bucks, small bucks, 6 points, fork horns, spike horns.
Quite a few does here and there.
Button bucks.
Out the nose, yeah.
Oh my god.
You had 6 of them in that one video?
Yeah, that one video I had 5 or 6 button bucks just feeding out in front of me. There wasn't a doe with them, there wasn't none. They were all button bucks. So I got a decent group come. One guy hitting the road the other day. I seen him on the side of the road, but
meh.
But yeah, I mean, gun season was just, I seen a couple decent doe, but I seen them early. And I didn't want to pull the trigger on them or anything. Just one, for the fact that I didn't want to screw it up if a buck was around.
Yep.
2, really wasn't seeing a whole lot of deer. You know?
Well,
all the deer I was seeing were just babies. And there was, 80 acres of corn still up around me.
Yeah. Plus, 80 acres plus.
Yeah.
You go up the road to the north there a little bit, we still saw some standing the other day.
Yeah.
We went down the road. So
my visibility was very limited. Where the deer were entering and exiting, where I could see them.
Could have been anywhere.
That extended cover kind of put them all over the map. So gun season was tough. I was very limited. I don't have a lot of properties I can hunt this year. I have like 1.5, I would say, because the other property I share with a couple other guys. So I only have the one lease. I only had the one lease this year. So it was a little different. Gun season is very slow. Muzzleloader was slow. Did take Liza out. Liza did shoot a doe with her.
She shot a nice doe.
She shot a nice doe with her rifle. But
that was last week, a rifle, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
And then rolling into muzzleloader, corn was still up. It was pretty much the same thing as rifle season. So earlier in the season, I came up with this plan on how to hunt the top of the hill. and I felt like every time I got in there, I either spooked deer, or by the time the deer came out from where I could set a stand up, I couldn't see them well. I could only see a portion of the field.
Mm-hmm.
Like it cut off the corner that they come out of. So in that last 5 minutes, if he was standing in that corner just coming out, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I'd never seen him. So I came up with this plan that I have a little 5x8 trailer that I was going to stack some straw bales in it. And then the day of or a day or two after they cut the corn, I was going to drag that straw bale blind up, and I was going to set it in a position where I could see that whole backside of that cornfield that butts up to the bedding. So I get up there. It was the day after they cut the corn. Went over there, got the straw bales from...
Which would have been
the
the day
local
after
farmer.
muzzleloader ended.
Yeah. So it wasn't even season. So
Yep.
I go out there and I get 10 bales, stack them up, and farmers always leave like stalks of corn here, there, or like a
The
row
stuff that rolled down or whatever.
Yeah. So what I did, I took aluminum wire fencing and I wrapped the bales in to kind of lock them in place, and then I used that aluminum wire to shove corn stalks that I cut down in around it to kind of make it look like a natural.
Dude, this blind looks so good.
It looked like a
It
natural.
looks amazing.
So, like when the deer came out, it just looked like a pile of corn stalks
And straw bales, yeah.
that the farmers let. Well, the straw bales blended in
With the
like
corn
corn,
stalk,
same
yeah.
color.
Yeah.
So, so I did that. I got that out there. Wind, and I needed a north,
Like a solid
Anything.
north. Yeah.
anything north wind I could hunt it out of. And it seemed like all of Kwanzaa season, holiday hunt, whatever you want to call it, it was like south. The whole season seemed south, honestly.
Yeah.
Majority of the season was a south wind.
Even the west was a southwest, typically.
So I hunted the day before it ended, the 31st, right? New Year. Yeah.
Been New Year's
New
Eve.
Year's Eve. So I didn't hunt it New Year's Eve. I hunted it the day before, the 30th.
Yep.
So I went out there, and it was a southwest wind. I'm like, I did all this effort putting this thing together. I don't really care. Like, I can kind of get away with the southwest wind. It's going to blow up over that hill towards that farm.
Yep.
Right? I'm like, as long as they come out of the northwest corner where they normally do, I should be able to get a shot at something.
Yep.
So I did that. That night I only saw one deer. It came out into the field in the last 10 minutes. The thing acted spooky as hell. And then it went right back in, like last shooting light.
Yep.
So I'm like, all right, well, this sucks. So I got out of there. Last day, January 1st, I got out in the blind at 2:30. And now we actually have a west-northwest wind. What I've been waiting for to hunt this blind all season.
Yep. Finally got it.
Finally got it on the last day.
And I'm gonna pull a video up. If you guys are tuning in on TikTok, you won't be able to see this. If you're on Facebook or any other platforms, you should be able to see this. TikTok, you won't
do
be
the
able to
video of
see
me
this.
walking in.
If you're on Facebook or any other platforms, you
So
should
the
be able to see
video
this.
of,
TikTok, you won't
do
be
the
able
video
to
of
see
me
this.
walking in.
If you're on Facebook or any other platforms, you should be able to see
Video
this.
of,
TikTok, you won't
do
be
the
able to
video of
see
me
this.
walking
And if
in.
you're on Facebook or any other platforms, you should be able to see
Video
this.
of,
Your name, or you just
do
might
the
be able to
video
see
of
this.
me
And if you're on Facebook or any other platforms, you should be able to see
Video
this.
of walking in, talking about pretty much everything that I just explained to you guys. Walking in, talking about pretty much everything that I just explained to you guys. Walking in, talking about, but barely hear me. Walking in, talking about, but barely hear me. This one's Andy, talking about,
This is the walking.
this is the walking in. So this is at 2:30. Walking in.
This is the walking.
So this is at 2:30. I had like walking in.
end of the field that we're going to find a wall. So there's just a whole blind. North of this field that we're going to find a wall. So there's just a whole blind. You saw a bunch of the distance out of that blind. There's just a whole blind. You saw a bunch of the distance out of that blind. There's just a whole blind. You saw a bunch of the distance out of that blind. There's just a whole blind. You saw a bunch of the distance out of that blind. There's just a whole blind. You saw a bunch of the distance out of that blind.
Straw bales.
You saw a bunch of the distance out of that blind.
Straw bales.
You saw a bunch of the distance out of that blind.
Straw bales.
How many deer did you saw a bunch of the distance out of that blind.
Straw bales.
How many deer did you saw a bunch of the distance out of that blind.
Straw bales.
How many deer did you talk about? You saw a bunch of the distance out of that blind.
Straw bales.
How many deer did you talk about? You saw a bunch of the distance out of that blind.
Straw bales.
Straw bale. Talk about
That
you saw a
to
bunch
get
of
up
the
in
distance out of that blind.
Straw bale.
Talk about
That
you
to
saw
get
a
up
bunch of the
in
distance out of that blind.
3 toms came down. They were probably out in front of me for about a half hour. They came through about 4 to 4:30, scratching around 40, 50 yards in front of me. And I've been, every time I go out there hunting, I saw those toms. Hopefully they hang around for May, but we'll see.
I want to film you smack another opening day longbeard there in the morning.
That would be sweet. But so no deer until about 4:45. And I see movement. These 2 deer, literally that blind you saw in that video, they walk like literally right out from under it. So
Come to find out, the beds were right underneath the blind.
yeah, both of their beds were underneath that blind. So good thing I didn't move in any closer because they probably would have spotted me.
Yep.
But so I get my gun up on the bale and I'm looking at them through the scope, checking them out, and I could see back in the woods there, that hill, that there's more deer coming out. I could see deer moving around. So they start slowly filing out, and I think what ended up being, it was like 4 bucks and 5, I don't know, 5 or 6. There's so many deer moving around I couldn't count them. So they all get out there and I'm looking, and they're all kind of like, 2.5-year-old or spike horns or fork horns or basket rack 6s and 8s. And some of the does look decent. And then I pan over to the east a little bit, and I catch movement behind some of the deer, and I'm watching them, and I finally get to see his head, and it's a nice wide buck. And I knew what buck it was. I had him on camera for
all season, really.
I had him on camera when he was in velvet. Never saw him until this day while I was hunting. He was a cool buck, and he was one of the ones I was kind of like
hoping would come out.
Yeah, one of the ones I was hoping would come out, but I was also kind of on the fence whether I was going to shoot him or not, depending on how the season went.
Yep.
And after everything going, and I saw him, and I was looking at him, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to shoot him. Like, you know how you get pictures of him, then you actually see him in person. You're like, sometimes you have like a little different skew or a different view on the animal. But as hard as I hunted this year and everything, and I saw him, and I was like,
that's the buck, man.
It took him forever. And he just kept his head down the whole time. Just eating and eating. And even when he was walking, his head was down. Finally, after it was about 5 o'clock, it took him, 10 minutes or so to move around and actually give me a shot. It was about 150 yards to him, 140, 150. I'd put the crosshairs on him, did one more pan to kind of look, see if anything else was around that I missed. Went back to him, put the crosshairs on him. I was so freaking cold.
It was brutal that night, dude.
I couldn't feel my feet. My finger, as I was squeezing the trigger, I couldn't feel the trigger, but I knew I was squeezing. And I just sat there and just kind of held the crosshairs on him and just breathing. And eventually the gun went off. I heard the thwap. How the muzzle loader, you can hear I heard the bullet hit. And then this is what happened pretty much immediately after that. And then this is what happened pretty
So I
much
don't know if there's
immediately
audio
after
with it.
that.
But you can
And
see, dude, now you even
then
said
this is
this.
what happened pretty
So I
much
don't know if there's
immediately
audio. Lens
after
was
that.
frosted. But you can
Oh
see,
yeah, I
dude,
didn't
now
get
you
the
even
shot
said
on
this.
camera because my
I
phone
think
was
it
like
went black.
lit
Frosted.
black. It was
But
so
you can
oh
see,
yeah, I
dude,
didn't
now
get
you
the
even
shot
said
on
this.
camera because my
So
phone
now you
was
had it
like
black.
lit
Frosted.
black. It was
But
so
you can
oh
see,
yeah, I
dude,
didn't
now
get
you
the
even
shot
said
on
plenty
camera
daylight.
because
So
my
now you
phone
had
was
it
like
black.
lit
Frosted.
black. It was so
But you can
oh
see,
yeah, I
dude,
didn't
now
get
you
the
even
shot
said
on
plenty
camera because
daylight.
my
So
phone
now you
was
had it
like
black.
lit black. It was so
Oh
oh yeah, I didn't get the shot on
plenty
camera because
daylight.
my
So
phone
now you had
was
it
like
black.
lit black. It was so oh yeah, I didn't get the shot on
Plenty
camera because
daylight.
my
So
phone
now you had it
was
black.
like
But dude,
lit
that's
black. It was so
it's
oh yeah, I didn't get
so
the shot on
plenty
camera because
daylight.
my
So
phone
now you had
was
it
like
black. But
lit
dude, that's
black.
it's
Oh yeah, I
so
didn't get the shot on
plenty
camera.
daylight. So now you had it black.
But
But dude, that's it's
oh yeah, I
so
didn't get the shot on
plenty
camera because
daylight.
my
So
phone
now you had it black.
was
But dude,
lit
that's
black. It was so
it's
oh yeah,
so
I didn't get the shot on
plenty
camera.
daylight. So now you had it black. But dude, that's it's
Oh yeah,
so
I didn't get the shot on
plenty
camera because
daylight.
my
So now
phone
you had it black. But dude, that's sorry if it's not
oh
sounding
yeah, I didn't get
good.
the shot on
Plenty
camera because
daylight.
my
So
phone
now you had it
but
black.
yeah, my hands were so
Sorry if
freaking
it's not
cold.
sounding
Yeah, I didn't get the
good.
shot on
Plenty
camera because
daylight.
my
So
phone
now you had it black.
but yeah, my hands were so
Sorry if
freaking
it's not
cold.
sounding
Yeah, I didn't get the
good.
so after that, I went over and I looked for them. But yeah, my hands were so
Sorry if
I
it's
didn't
not
find any
sounding
blood.
good.
So after that, I went over and I looked for them. But yeah, my hands were so
Sorry if
I
it's
didn't
not
find any
sounding
blood.
good.
So after that, I went over and I looked. I was so cold. But yeah, my hands were so I didn't find any blood. So after that, I went over. I was so cold. But yeah, my hands were so I didn't find any. Grabbed my stuff. After that, got a hold of Liza. I was so cold. But yeah, my hands were so grabbed my stuff. After that, got a hold of Liza. I was so cold. But yeah, my hands were so grabbed my stuff. After that, got a hold of Liza. I was so cold. But yeah, my hands were so we'll just give him a minute and maybe I can warm up.
Yeah.
I sat there in her truck with my feet, out of my boots on the heaters that come out of the dashboard, just trying to warm my feet up.
Yep.
And it took a while to warm them up. But so we went back, looked around for them. I ended up jumping him out of a bed. Kind of figured I liver shot him after that.
Because it was almost 2 hours later at that point, give or take.
Yeah.
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
I jumped, and he went in, he only bedded like 40, 50 yards off of
Well, when you
from where
said
I shot him.
You said jumped him. You said he kind of got up and he kind of like walked off almost.
Yeah, he didn't run or anything. He just, you could, by the sound of it, it sounded like he was thrashing to get up. Then he got up, and I finally got him in my light, and I'm looking, and he's just
see
slowly.
the frame. You see the frame of him.
Yeah, and he's just slowly walking away, and he was only probably 30 yards away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got out of there, got back home, got a hold of Ben. Figured just go back in the morning. Ben, we planned on Ben meeting up with me.
It's gonna be single digits that night, literally.
Yeah. So we get in there, we start looking.
Right after daylight.
No blood. We still don't find any blood. We got in there 7:30 roughly.
Yep. We're trying to find where his bed was. Can't really find that because there's a couple blowdowns in there and stuff.
And we're just standing there. I'm like, how do we not see any blood? I just look up. I'm like, oh, there he is.
It was like literally probably the last place you saw him that night in the flashlight
He
from
was
from where you were.
He was within 10, 15 yards of where I turned the flashlight off of him.
And then walked out slowly.
And walked off, and he, yeah. And then after that, you pull up video of
The drag out, dude?
Yeah.
I'm so happy with this video, by the way.
This is one. I don't know which one. I don't know if it's the one I ran him into the tree or not. There's a few videos.
There was a
on
slow mo one. There was a couple good photos with it.
There's a few.
But
videos.
there was a slow mo one. There was a couple good photos with it.
Whether it's during snow,
few
but
videos.
There was a
during
slow mo
season,
one. There was
want to talk
a
about
couple
keeping
good
tape
photos
noise,
with
whether
it.
it's during
Keeping
snow,
it so
there
there
was
was
a
a slow mo
seasonal
one. There was
talk
a
about
couple
keeping
good
tape
photos
noise,
with
whether
it.
it's during
Keeping it
snow,
so
there
there
was
was
a
a slow mo
seasonal
one. There was
talk
a
about
couple good
keeping
photos
tape
with
noise, whether it's during
it. Keeping it
snow,
so
there
there
was
was
a
a slow mo
seasonal
one. There was
talk
a
about
couple good
keeping tape noise,
photos
whether
with
it's during
it. Keeping
snow,
it so
there
there
was
was
a
a slow mo
seasonal
one. There was a couple good photos with it. Keeping it so there was a slow mo one. There was
He was frozen.
Oh yeah,
I think he was dead. But yeah, sled worked out. He was frozen.
Oh yeah,
I think. I mean, his lungs and his heart were pretty much. He was frozen cold.
Oh yeah,
I think. I mean, his lungs and his heart were pretty much. He was frozen cold.
oh yeah.
I mean, his lungs.
I mean, it was still
frozen cold.
Oh yeah,
I mean, his
lungs. I mean, it was
still.
that all you're wearing? Oh yeah,
I mean, his lungs.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, and then Then most of you, I believe, saw the end result. Saw him on the Facebook.
Gotcha. Well, thank you, Caleb. So Caleb comments and it says, audio gets real screwy on YouTube when you play over the videos.
Same with Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, it was kind of glitching too. So I guess moving forward, we'll do the overlay, but take our audio off, and maybe that'll fix it better and see. Thank you, Caleb, for that. Lamar says no deer heads or stuffed bears. I don't have a bear.
Lots.
There's quite a few deer heads down here. None at the bar, just the Euro mount of this really wide 8-pointer that I found trapping with my dad when I was a kid. Um, I got a turkey fan over here. We got a couple hides. We got a raccoon, whole bunch of like skunk, muskrat, a couple other raccoons, turkeys, sheds. There's a coyote pelt over there, and a bunch of deer heads. So, yeah, there's a few around.
So go to the photo that I just sent you.
Got it.
And then yeah, and that's how the season ended right there.
I'll get it. I took my I took my screen down that we usually have here down at the bar. Put it back in my office because it's easier for me to manage my emails and shit with my screens. But
So with that, I get the drink out of the kill bottle.
the Jimmy Russell signed bottle.
Yeah, and that's a wrap for my 2026 deer season.
Congrats, dude. So, but yeah,
It was learned a lot.
what was your final count this year? 4, 5?
I killed 5.
So, Nate's the one keeping our population in check. He's the
He's telling Ben he needs me to come over and put some does down for him, but
he's the
maybe next year he'll wanna.
he's the deer killer, dude.
Well, I was listening to a Jeff Sturgis podcast, and you turned me on to him years ago, and I really do like his stuff. And I think what he does really kind of reflects how I learned to hunt. Like his strategies and the way he presents things and how he does, not everything, but a lot of what he does I can relate. And I think with a lot of his videos with the UP in Michigan, it relates a lot to our area.
Okay.
But he was saying on one of his YouTube videos that he's like, I don't really like to hunt and just to go out and watch. He goes, I need to hunt with a purpose. He goes, and my purpose is to go out there and kill the animals. He goes, if I'm not going out there to kill an animal, he's like, what's the point? It's not really hunting.
Well, you got to put yourself in that position to
Right.
kill.
But he's like, I'm not motivated if I don't have like a goal in mind. Like I'm after this buck, or I'm going out to shoot a doe, or I'm going out, you know what I mean?
You got that goal that you're manifesting out in front of you.
Right. And without that, and I related a lot to it. Like I'm just deer watching,
sitting in the woods.
Yeah. And I want to hunt them. I want to shoot at them. I want to shoot them.
No, I totally agree with that, dude. And that's where muzzleloader, both muzzleloader seasons, I think I went out twice. Because there wasn't like we were talking, there wasn't really a
time got tight for you towards
time got tight for me. I started getting ramped back up with
say whitetail property stuff. You were cranking like every morning.
Yeah, I was on the road a lot right after primary gun season ended. Sean says, how long y'all been together? I'm married to my wife. This is my buddy Nate.
2018.
I think, well, it was before that.
You mean together, like married?
No, we're not married. We're not married, Sean. Sorry. Well, not to each other. We have our own wives. But we're doing the show. I don't know. We should have had that put on the barrelhead. Maybe we'll write it on with Sharpie and sign it like established 2019 maybe we started doing shows. 2020. We'll have to look back at it now that I'm thinking about it. I can't think of it. Well, no, we've known each other since,
2018.
yeah, probably 17 or 18.
We met. The first time we met,
Was when you killed your big buck.
I killed my big buck, and Connor brought you down to look at it at
Yep.
my dad's house.
Yep. Sean says, I meant hunting. So I've been hunting since I was, well, since I was a couple months old. I've been in the woods with my dad, but 12 is when we can hunt here in New York for small game. Used to be what you had to be to hunt small game. Now you can hunt deer, I think, at 12.
With adult supervision.
With adult supervision. But, we had to wait till we were 16. Or you could bow hunt at 14. I think is what it was.
And then me and Ben started drinking beer and talking about deer hunting since 2018.
Yep. Shortly after we met each other, really.
Together, that is.
So
I would just randomly show up at his house and
he helped me build the bar down here. He helped me do a lot of home projects.
No, Madison Street.
Oh, yeah. First it was Madison Street. That's right.
You were like 2 minutes down the road from my house.
Yep.
Miss them days.
Yep, Madison Street. Yep. Yep, Madison Street. Remember that now. Almost forget Madison Street. It's kind of like a blur. It's going to be for sale, folks. If anybody wants to buy the old haunt. Sean says, what's the largest deer you have killed? Nate's killed the biggest deer out of the two of us. Yours was
154.
154, and my biggest is 148 and change. I want to say the Big Ten is over there.
Mm-hmm.
He's over on the wall over there. Yeah, so Nate smacked 2 bucks this year. I shot a buck with my bow. Passed a buck that Nate gave me a lot of crap for kind of letting go, but
Did you actually miss that deer?
no, I did not miss that deer.
The way he was looking in that video, he kept looking back.
He was looking at that doe, man. Took that 5th doe down the hill.
I got thinking about it later after I watched that video for the 100th time. I was like, I think he missed it with a pistol.
It's on the TikTok. If anybody's watching on TikTok, it's on my TikTok page. It's the one that's got like the Lord of the Rings Elvish kind of music with it overlaid on it.
Most of them
with the
have
flashing,
that.
with the flash.
Most of them have that, or Harry Potter music.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a nerd with that kind of stuff. But Sean says it scored that. Yeah, Nate's was like 150, 156. You said.
Yeah, he grossed at 156, but his net score was 154 and
yeah, he was real symmetrical, real pretty luck. Yeah,
12 point.
Yep, and then mine's a Big 10, 148-inch 10, or 148 and change. That 10 was, and then net. I don't know. Nets are propitious, is what I always say.
Got
but all of them over there, I've scored all of them. I got them all written down somewhere.
I have what? 6 or 7 in the Northeast Big Buck Club, and you got 8, 9?
Something like that. I got a few mutants that don't make it. Dono doesn't make it with his fangs.
And neither of the bucks I shot this year are going to make it.
Actually, a couple of my oldest deer didn't make it. Dono didn't make it. He was 6.5.
He just had that one wonky weak side.
The others, oh no, I think George did make it.
My bow buck this year, if his left side was symmetrical to his right side, he'd have made it.
Yep. Sean says I got one that scored 198. Pooh.
That was a big one.
Tank, dude. We had one on this show last year that was the biggest typical taking, not just in New York, but for the whole Northeast Big Buck Club. Was Caleb's buck. That was the highest grossing and netting typical for archery.
Where do you hunt, Sean?
Yeah, Sean, where do you hunt at, man? Drop a pin. Or message us over the pin.
State.
Yeah, state. We have folks tune in
not
from
your
all
stand
over.
locate. I mean, if you want to give me a stand locate.
That deer's gone. West Texas. Awesome, dude. Hell yeah. So, dude,
Texas,
we gotta start. We gotta start.
the video.
We gotta start a state map when we get folks tuning in.
I sent you a video there that had the top
Boone and Crockett map.
No, top deer populations.
And deer density.
Deer density per square mile. Mm-hmm. Pennsylvania was number 1, which kind of surprised me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But Texas
also
was up there.
Also, the most deer hunters per square mile, pretty much, is Pennsylvania.
I think Michigan came in at 2.
Yep. And same thing, and one of the most deer hunter heavy states per square mile too.
And then Texas was I think in the top
If you took off,
5 or 10.
if you took the northern half of New York off, I think we'd be in there. Because the Adirondacks are just so sparse. There's no deer up there. Like the deer per square mile in the Adirondacks is so low. It's a
Yeah.
different world up there. But they're also dealing with what Syracuse get the other day, 4 foot of snow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's hard to
so
eat in that.
that's a hard living, dude. So I don't know how the turkeys make it up there, dude, but the turkey populations in the North Country are booming. I don't know if it's people just don't hunt them or what, but
It's very shrubby up there, though.
yeah, it's more shrubby. There's less hedgerowies or more hedgerowy kind of habitat.
I
It's
think
not as big of
it's
fields.
just better turkey habitat up there. There's more cover.
Hmm.
Honestly, it should.
Well, but even
I mean,
like
you get in St. Lawrence County, which is big turkey, a lot of turkeys there.
yeah,
Like, I don't know. There's a lot of deer there too, though. It's like when you get into the big
yeah.
woods of the Adirondacks, it gets
If you get
sparse.
western side of St. Lawrence into Jefferson, yeah, you can get a lot of deer. Oswego's a good county too. Lewis, it starts petering out a little bit, and once you get
It's
past
the
Lewis, it just gets thin.
it's the small, and I don't mean this bad towards anyone. It's the small, crappy farms that hunt the best. You
Yeah.
know, they got the old equipment,
Hmm.
leaving shit behind, or shit's broken, they can't get around to harvesting it. They hunt the best.
Yep. So,
All right, so we need your recap,
all right.
Benjamin.
So had a good early bow season, and our rule for our doe groups, so we don't set a specific kind of harvest goal. Um, me and Dad killed a lot of deer last year.
They let me hunt once every 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes care of the doe population.
Yeah. Or Liza. I mean, your wife's the one that actually kills stuff out there.
Only one that's a. I have never been able to carry a gun out there.
Well, that's because she says my dad's voice is soothing, Nate. You got to just start, you know.
I can't talk to Brian like that. It's not. I don't think the same technique is going to work for me.
So,
Anyways, go ahead.
um, our rule is 5 or more in a doe group. You take a doe out of it, and everything I saw this year, which is 3s and 4s, which is awesome. I love seeing that, and we can go into that. My thoughts and my strategy behind that is I want those doe groups segmented on the property. So I'm seeing a lot of deer. Like my deer per square mile is very high, but I'm seeing groups, small groups of deer at a time. They're not in big, oversized family groups because when we had that 8 or 10 years ago, before we started hitting the does really hard, was we had a lot of it was feast or famine. You saw 15 deer or you saw no deer. And you still get that depending on the time of the year and how the food's laid out on the farm or plot successes or failures kind of that year. Um, but I just wasn't seeing big doe groups. Um, and then we turned that off last week of October till basically opening a gun season. During that period, if you're out there, you're buck hunting only, so to speak. Unless you've already killed your buck and then the doe comes through and shoot doe, because that's happened before too. Um, so I took it right down to the wire. I shot my buck in second week, the beginning of the second week of November. Had that nice 4-year-old 8 come through. Um, the big 10 I was after, or 12, actually it was a 12, with the split brows. Lucky I think I just hunted him too hard, and that's my recap and my reflection from last season was I think I pushed in too hard on this deer, and you and me talked about this. When I went back and looked at cameras and how much I was in that area, I'm not surprised that a 5, 6 year old buck, however old he was, I pushed him off. Like he'd gotten so comfortable in there, and I just hyper fixated on him because he lived in there so close, and I was on him super close a couple times. And I think whether I bumped him out of there or I just had too much human ground scent going in, vice versa, um, it just I pushed him out, and then he ended up going across the canal is where I heard he got killed. So he swam the canal to get away from me. I spooked him that bad, must be. Um, and then
Stink.
well, and I looked back at data, and there was like 8, 10 day gaps at a time where he would go missing. So maybe he always, and they don't have radio collars, but maybe he always made a big loop and went over the canal or whatever. It's possible. Hacksaw did that. He was one that he got shot over by the canal. He made big loops and jaunts and stuff. So, and then you got other ones, dude, that live in a little bitty freaking circle like St. Patrick did. Like he lived in like I pretty much called when I was gonna kill him, and then you told me that night I killed him. I sent you a picture of him, and he was like at 100 yards feeding broadside. And they said, "You gonna shoot this damn deer or what?" And I said, "Well, I say if he comes through with a pistol, I'll shoot him." And about 20 minutes later, I call him. He came through. I shot him.
He's laying right there.
He's laying right here.
Yeah, that was your first pistol.
Yep,
Right?
that was the first pistol buck. Yeah, yeah.
So like, I don't know if I want to shoot him. He's busted.
Yeah. So, and then you killed.
I killed the same night.
Yeah, same night. Yeah, that was the tag team night, and then earlier we.
Whatever the photo is.
Yeah. The right behind you. That was the tag team night. So I was calling Nate, and Nate's like, "That's really cool, man, but I'm still on the stand." So we got the slate print here of, hopefully I'm blocking Nate. There. St. Patrick and me and the pistol, and then Nate with inside kicker.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was cool. I like those grain bin pictures. We took a couple bucks in front of that grain bin over the years.
Yeah, the wilderness behind my house.
Yeah. So anyway, so back
Makes
to
it look like we're like actually hunting like a real farm.
So back to the
And they're like, man, what farm do they hunt?
the old abandoned crappy one, Nate,
That's
with the
one.
silo falling in.
That's the one. I'll take that one over any other one.
Yep. So, like we were saying, was hunting a couple bucks that I was after, and we had this one 4-year-old that was over there. Passed a really nice 3-year-old like 2 nights before that, the one with the gouged out eye.
Mm-hmm.
He was a super cool buck. He ended up getting shot by the neighbor, which was his biggest buck, so I'm super happy for him. But I was like, that deer missing an eye? He's like, how'd you know? I said, well, when I saw him like a week ago, dude, it was like hanging out. It was gone completely, like all hollowed out, like gone.
Crows got to it.
Crows got to him. Odin. That's what I was gonna name him.
You had another cool
I was gonna name him Odin.
With Terry Tate there though.
Oh, Terry Tate. I snort wheezed Terry Tate in.
Bruiser.
That was same day that I killed 6-pack in there last year. And I went in there on the 1-year rule on the hot doe. And dude, there was bucks all over that morning. I saw what the heck is he? Gosh, 6-pointer. One that's all busted. Tuning fork. Jeez.
Forky.
Yeah. He was a forky last year. This year he was a big 6 and he's got 2 small drops starting, so hoping he's got good drop tines. I think he made it through. Last I knew from one of the neighbors, Terry Tate made it through. He doesn't spend a lot of time on the farm, so. And then I'm thinking that Hank made it through. Because I had pictures of him in that late season, so unless somebody got lucky, like Nate, he's in Nate's garage right now.
He shouldn't have made it through.
So he shouldn't have. I kind of let him go opening morning. I was committed to him coming down the ridge with this group of does with a pistol. And he followed the last doe down the hill. Like I said, that was the video that's on the TikTok and stuff. But then this great 4-year-old we had with a split brow, I estimated him at 4 years old. Didn't know the deer from anywhere. He showed up this year. He came in, coming across the food plot, cruising. Hot doe spot again, 1-year rule. And you going to grab him?
Yeah.
Hot spot coming in. He kind of cut up the hill to cut into this one bedding area that all the deer were coming either on or off of that morning. And then I grunted a couple times, and he didn't even pick up his head or turn it. And then with that, he just cut up the trail, the old logging road to go up the hill. And it was snowy that morning. Next thing I know, I catch a little flash of brown, and he's popping out at like 30 yards, and he's just standing there on the edge of the habitat cut. And but yeah, He's a real solid buck. Broke that 3 and broke most of his split brow off, but yeah, he's a good solid buck. Probably would be, I don't know, probably right around 125 if he didn't break everything off. But he ends up coming out at like 116 and a little bit of change. So, but 116 and what? 116 and eighth is what I put him at.
Yep.
Yeah. So, real good buck.
Like bow hunt says, 115 inches.
115 inches, and that's and we talk about this before. Most of the bucks over there are 20s and 30s, and they're 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old. Once in a great while, we'll throw one that goes up there in it. But most of our 4-year-olds are capping at like 130. Terry Tate is going on 5, maybe 6 years old, and the deer is going to score 105 inches, maybe, if he's lucky. So just not built to score. We get a little bit of age under them, and it's not that we just let these old bucks just keep running either. Once they get 4, we put them on the list. So once in a while we might hit a good one here and there, but I think the biggest one would have been Mo. Yeah, Mo. One that Hank killed. Which I'm wondering, since Hank made it, Hank's the buck, that I named after Mo because Hank killed Mo, so I named this buck Hank because that's the way my brain works. Looked just like the deer did the year before he blew up. So maybe we'll get another blow up deer. Probably not. He'll probably just stay a nice big 8-pointer. But
Never know.
the year Hank blew up, he jumped probably.
He scored low 170s.
He was like 172. Gross. Net's really bad because of those inside kicker points, but whatever. Yeah, I think it was like 172.
No one cares about net.
I know nets are for fishes. I know. So, but yep. So that was kind of my recap. Was I didn't even have a name for that buck. I had a really cool video of him fighting with that big 8 that I let go in the food plot where I passed the big 8. So, and I killed him over on the west side of the road. And this is another thing too that I say. All but 2 stands I've only ever killed 1 buck out of. There's only 2 stands that I've killed more than 1 buck out of the 16, 17 that I've killed, whatever the number is. He was my 10th buck with the bow, which was kind of cool. That was my 10th bow kill buck that I've had here in New York. So, yeah, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 with the gun. 7 with the gun, 10 with the bow. 17. So, bunch of antler, dude. You and me are well over the 1,000 mark.
I think we need to have 1,000-inch club shirts made.
Ooh, I like that. I could dig that.
Or we should bring that up to the Northeast Big Buck Club. If you have over 1,000 inches
in the book, it's a Northeast Big Buck Club branded shirt.
You get a
1,000-inch club.
You get a shirt. That would maybe
incentivize more
people to
book their gear.
I'm in the 1,000-inch club.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, it is impressive. 1,000 inches.
So, and that's one thing too. Okay, so we'll dive into some of the other questions, topics. If anybody has other questions and topics, we'd love to hear them. But I think a lot of people don't get their deer scored because they think if it's not this past season's deer, they can't score it. Not the case at all. Every year we score somebody's grandfather's deer that they killed back in the 50s or 70s or whatever. We score deer like that every year. We score deer from a year or 2 ago. You don't have to score it the year you kill it. Sometimes people are waiting to get them back from the taxidermist, whatever it might be. Mm-hmm. So you can enter any deer, Northeast Big Buck. We're 100-inch bow minimum. And, was it
110 muzzleloader?
110 for typical. 110 muzzleloader.
And then I think it's 120 for gun or 125?
120 gun and 130 non-typical, maybe. I don't know. I have a whole sheet. I usually sit down in front of me. I look at the frame and I go, is he going to go that? Is he going to go that? Is he going to go that or not? Kind of deal.
Well, they got to be out of a northeast state. Maine,
No,
New Hampshire,
no.
Connecticut. Well,
They have an other states category.
they have another state's category, but the club is meant for.
Northeast.
Was there 8 states involved?
In the conglomerate for the Northeast. Yep. Yep. Everything all the way up to Maine and then down to Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts.
I'll say
all
they
the
don't.
stuff here in the.
They don't include Ohio.
Nope. Ohio's in the other states category. Yep. That starts falling into the upper Midwest, which somebody on here will probably be like, "That's not upper Midwest." But yep, we got some good hunting here in New York, dude. I can't complain with it. So, but that was 20 minutes ago. If you're looking at my mom's comment for the audio overlapping when we put the share screen, we'll have to play with that one of these days and see how to turn that on and off. So, but yep. Um, so yeah, so the two pours I had tonight was this Russell's pick, which is the Russell Crowe pick from Rochester Elite, and then the Century pick, which I'm trying to decide if I want another bottle of it. Guy wants to trade me for a bottle that I have, and I love trading bottles because it's like you're not spending any money, Nate. It's girl math, or it's bourbon math, whatever you want to call it.
Girl math.
Um,
Man.
I liked whatever glass 2 was. It was a lot more complex and creamy. Really, really good mouthfeel. Not oily, but like that nice creamy goodness.
Is this
of
how they
bourbon.
were sitting over here when I poured them?
I don't know. That's why I asked you to remember what was in which glass. Yes, the Wild Turkey glass was on the left.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So I like this one better. This one was just really good, barrel char, clovey, really nice. Both awesome. I would drink either one of them in a heartbeat. But this one's going to be my pick on the more complete, complex, creamy. You had a nice caramel note on the first one on that one, and the nose was better. So, which was which?
You like the Gladiator better.
I like the Gladiator better. This came off a little bit more complete for me.
The Russell Crowe.
The Russell Crowe, which I have a backup for this one already because I like it so much. I saw another one in a trade and I was like, ooh, I want one of them.
Russell Crowe liked it too.
Russell Crowe. Are you not entertained? Russell Crowe pick.
Which it sounds like might be getting our own barrel pick.
We might be up on a barrel pick. Wink, wink. If we can get them
Am
on
I
board
in on
with us.
it?
Yeah, you want to pick a barrel?
Or I thought
Taste 'em?
is this a you and Keith thing?
Oh no, I think if we, I don't know if we're gonna do one where it's like a go trip to Kentucky to pick it. Depends on the distillery and the
shit.
and the
I don't
type
know if
of
I
barrel.
can do that.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like if it's one of them. So some of them send.
We'll just send Keith to pick it.
You trust Keith to pick the barrel?
That's hey, at least we get a pick.
So, with
I'll pick it. Tell him, send us a number 1 through 80, and we'll just all agree on 69 and be like, that's our barrel.
that's barrel 69. So some of them send you samples. I tasted one that was a scent sample at a place, and I'm still bummed. I still talk about it. That I'm bummed that they didn't pick this barrel because it was probably one of the best wheat whiskeys. It wasn't a bourbon. It was a wheat whiskey, and it was a phenomenal, phenomenal pour. Almost got like this white chocolate kind of flavor with it, which was really cool. But anyway, they didn't pick that one. So some of them do send you the samples, and they're like numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or however many they send you. And then other ones you actually go down and you pull it out of the barrel, and then you taste it and see which barrel you like better. Or they have it all set up from the barrels, and then you get to pick your barrel, sign your barrel head, and do all that pretty stuff. I've never done a pick. I just know some folks that have done picks. I would love to do a Russell's pick because turkey's my jam, but even if it was like a Knob Creek pick, you like Knob Creek too. The Elijah Craig stuff is good. Yeah, any of that stuff. I wouldn't mind doing any pick really because there's good stuff. I got a whole bunch of single barrels over there that are picks and stuff. So, but yeah, I would love the opportunity to. Especially would love to do a turkey pick, man.
Evan Williams guy.
Heaven Hill, yeah, that'd be Elijah Craig. Yep. I don't know if Heaven does a barrel pick. That's a good question. I don't know if they got a single barrel program. I know they have a single barrel bottle. I don't know if they got like a barrel pick program. It's interesting. Now that you're making me think of that, Nate, because I like that too. I like the Evan Williams. You like the Evan Williams white label.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually a good one, and it's $20, dude.
What was the white label's the what? What's it?
100 proof, the bonded.
Yes, that one.
Yep, the white label that bonded. So, yep. But off season plans. We got to move your one tower. Um, I got to build and or move a couple towers. We got a timber harvest getting ready to go on. I just got to go in and finish marking the last few trees, and we're waiting for a freeze. You got to do the new food plot.
I got to do the new food plot. I got a little cutting I want to do, and something I wanted to bring up is an uprooted tree just as good as a hinge cut.
For the the cover aspect.
Obviously, the cover aspect.
Mm-hmm.
But how about browse?
If it's
And
still alive.
then the idea of the hinge cut is that the tree stays alive and all the green and buds and sprouts and everything are
Mm-hmm.
now at feeding level.
Mm-hmm.
So if an uprooted tree still produces some kind of green on it,
Mm-hmm.
is it worth leaving and trying to work around it?
Yeah, so that would depend
Obviously
on.
situational,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like if it's an uprooted tree, a lot of guys would just go in there and just cut it. Just
Yeah.
cut it up.
No, that's
Get it out of the way.
yeah. If you get like softer, sandier soil, you might get more uprooted trees. We're seeing ash trees start snapping off, so you might see an ash tree. So
Which I think that's just improving cover. I don't know how much browse there are in dead ash.
no, there's no browse because when they hit the ground, dude, they break back to branches bigger than your finger.
I'm sure
They shatter.
I mean, they might nibble on them here and there, but I don't think it's
If there's
desirable.
any green, yeah.
There's no desirable.
Yeah. Chewing on it like a toothpick.
So, is it worth leaving it alone if you can work around it and you don't absolutely need to get it out of there?
Okay. Yeah, I think, if it's providing good cover, adjacent cover, it's going to obviously open up some canopy. So that's a plus with that. So I get, yeah, it all, like that word that everybody loves, depends. It depends.
Depends. Situational.
It's situational, but yeah, it's, I think it could be, worth keeping. The one there on the boulevard's kind of coming toward the stand. That recent
Well,
uproot, or no, that one's the snapped off one. That's right in the middle of it.
I mean, that's the one that got me thinking of this.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily thinking, I already know what I want to do there and it's not really hurting anything, so. But I'm just saying in general, I mean, if a tree uproots,
Yeah, if it's still alive and your goal is to provide cover, a lot of stuff will sprout through bark. Stuff like, especially stuff in wetter areas like box elder does it a lot, tips over and then reroots itself through the bark contact of the ground. Willow will do that too. Um, so in a lot of these situations, when you cut some of these trees, like I've cut willow before over and or cut box elders before, dude, and they've hit the ground. And if it's the right time of the year and the tree's still dormant and it has enough soil contact, I've seen it reroot itself into the ground. Um, I mean, not like it's going to stand up and be a whole new tree, but it'll feed some growth on the tree and keep that tree pumping.
box elder.
Box elder.
It's pretty much
Deer,
just a
it's deer
big
food,
weed.
man.
Big weed.
It's a weed tree. A lot of folks call it a weed tree. Um, but no, they're a good one. Good habitat tree. Deer love browsing them.
What about sumac?
Deer love sumac, dude. I'm about ready to go over here to my neighbor's house because he hates them. He's got a ton of female sumac, which is the one with the red berries. Males have fuzzy, sticky, outy thingies. The females have the red berries. There's your tree sex education lesson for the day.
And there is a difference between poison sumac
And staghorn sumac.
and sumac.
Yep.
Because the red berries you can eat.
Yep, staghorn sumac.
The poison sumac is actually white.
and that's more in swampy areas and stuff like that. Sumac, staghorn sumac, you typically see along hedgerow edges, disturbed areas, stuff like that.
Deer like the staghorn.
Uh-huh. Love browsing it. Turkeys love eating it in the wintertime. My birds were actually down in my neighbor's yard the other day, knocking the berries out of the trees so they could eat them.
You want fast cover
Sumac.
or a
Just
fast hedgerow put into your
establishing.
property? Sumac, it'll be there in a year.
Yeah.
It'll be
Little,
over deer height in a
yeah.
year.
If you can scratch it with like your chain drag or even like your tractor bucket,
Grow
and
like
if you
that.
go get some of the berries, dude, and throw them down in there, take off.
We're patenting sumac.
It's the new 100-proof CD bag.
Hell yeah.
Sumac.
You need bedding? Here's our deer bedding mix. Sumac.
They rub the snot out of it. It's aromatic to that. You ever seen those big
It's a
sumac
soft
rubs?
tree, so they eat the piss out of it.
Mm-hmm. They browse it real heavy.
And they browse it heavy, and it regenerates fast.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. So.
I'm digging it. I like sumac.
Sumac is the new way. Sumac is the new. You heard it here first.
What?
Sumac is the new sexy deer thing.
Not sorghum. Just
What
plant,
about Milo?
just plant corn. It's the same
you don't
thing.
Want, you don't want playing
You're
on
gonna
Milo?
You're gonna get the same result. Milo. That is sorghum, isn't it?
Yeah, same family.
Same family.
Close enough. They're all grasses. Corn's a
And
grass.
they're like, do I plant white sorghum or do I plant red sorghum? The deer seem to like the red sorghum.
The red Milo, yeah. I do have a whole bunch of red Milo, and then just didn't have the conditions to get it planted. So I'll have some Milo plots next year. But that's more because it was the new sexy thing, and I try to do an experiment and play around with that because clients ask me about it on the consulting
And then
side,
no
people that are
clients
buying
bought
ground.
it.
And then nobody bought it, and I got stuck with
I guess
100 pounds of
I
Milo.
wasn't fucking Milo in.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a whole bunch of people that wanted it, and then nobody bought it, so I have like 100 pounds of Milo.
Which it sounds like, I talked to Steve, it sounds like it might be a go for that 1.8 acres.
100 proof coming on.
There's going to be...
A little bit of screening, a little bit of clover.
What if we split it?
That's what I'm thinking.
Split it. Clover up top.
Where it's steep and difficult to maintain, brassica on the bottom, and then rotate it every few years or so. I can dig it.
Sumac on the edge.
Yep. Right on the edge of the corn up top. The corn and bean mix. It'll be all rubs coming down the
I want sumac
top
all
of
the
it.
way around it.
It'll be coming down the top and down the edge of the boulevard and money. So, all right. What else we got? You think?
That's really about all I got.
Dan Festa says the sumac lemonade. We've had it, man.
Yeah, we drank it on the show.
Yep.
Dan's homemade sumac lemonade. I thought it was tea.
Yeah, same difference. Whatever. It's lemon tea. A sumac lemon tea.
I didn't breathe right for like 3 days, but
Yeah.
I drank it.
Jesse's like, it won't matter if you're allergic to it. How do you know if you're allergic to it?
You drank it.
I don't know. You drink it. Oh.
Dan had a hell of a rabbit hunt the other day.
Yep. Dan and
Did
Jesse.
you see that?
Smashing them, dude.
Well,
He shot a really nice brown squirrel, too. Dan did. You see that? Real brown, like blackish brown, almost.
I've seen a couple black squirrels in there.
Mm-hmm.
Dan, that one rabbit he shot, I don't know, it kind of looked like it was behind his house. I don't know for sure, but it was almost like gray fox colored. Like it was red on the back, the ears were red, and then it was like gray and white furs.
It was a neighbor's kid's 4-H bunny.
It was probably behind my house. Owen's
4-H bunny is Dan's crock pot.
Owen's New Zealand meat rabbits that escaped. Dan found them.
Oh, they're in Dan's crock pot right now with the sumac lemonade on the stove.
Those rabbits were bred for meat. Dan had a good year.
Yep, Dan and Jesse knocked down a bunch of deer. They always do.
Dan placed in the Seneca Lake Trout Derby.
Mm-hmm.
And
Shout out
then Dan went out and shot. I don't know. I think it's got to be roughly 110-inch 8-point. Nice
Oh
buck.
yeah, dude. Dan Festa. The man, the myth, the legends. The one that Bo wants to be like. He always comments on Dan's shirt off.
Dan's picture.
He loves it.
I think Dan changed his picture now, though.
He loves it.
He likes that.
Yeah. So. Yeah, buddy. Thought I saw a comment from Bo here somewhere. Maybe I missed it.
Nice.
Maybe I was just wishful thinking it. Oh no,
There
Bo
it
says
is.
right here, ATA show starts today. Yep, and he said congrats, Nate. Sorry, comments were rolling in. Bo got buried. I apologize.
Thanks. Well, Bo's been pretty quiet lately.
Yeah, I thought he was in Facebook jail still.
Yeah. Does he get in that a lot?
I don't know.
Oh.
That's where I just say he goes when he disappears. So, all right. Well,
Man, we're almost at an hour and a half.
yep.
Good wrap up. We had a lot to talk about. I guess we're on to off-season chores and
Projects, and we can dive in deeper to that. But the full deer season recap was nice to be able to spin it back. And
you didn't talk about your gun season.
gun season, and like Nate said, I screwed up on that big 8-pointer, and then I still never saw doe groups, dude.
Nate's never gonna let me live us down,
Yep.
and I'm just gonna have to get rid of Nate.
And went out and sat in the blind once with Keith to try to get him a doe because he needed one for the freezer. And all we saw was bucks. We saw a couple bucks fight, which was cool.
But then
That was the same night that we had the show where the buck got killed, like right when we went live.
that was a beautiful buck.
Yeah, that was a damn shame. Damn dirty shame.
That deer was high 120s.
Yeah, I never taped him. He's out getting cleaned out by my chickens right now.
Rats.
And the rats. And turkeys.
Rats. Dan, you want to go on a rat hunt? Ben's booking.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Ben's booking. You come sit out there,
Guaranteed.
drink beer, and plink rats.
Guaranteed shot opportunities, Dan.
Guaranteed.
You got
He's
it.
the best rat guide in town.
You got it.
I went and did it once.
It was fun.
It's a good time.
Yep.
Good time. I bet you they really pop in the snow, though. It was a little difficult to see him at dusk with that dirt background.
Yeah.
All you saw was the movement.
Yeah. A little bit of flash. So, yeah. But
Someone said Sam Williams.
that's fun.
Oh, that's the last comment.
Yep. So, alrighty, y'all. Well, thank you guys for a great 2015 of supporting the show. Thanks to all the new folks tuning on for 2026, and hope to catch y'all next time down here on the show with all of us here at 100 Proof Whitetails. We got some cool episodes potentially upcoming with a couple of guests that I'm trying to line up dates for. Try to get a couple different people on the show.
Waddell,
Yeah. Tiffany and Lee.
Tiffany, Lee,
Tim Wells, I heard.
Sydney Wells.
Mike Vienna.
Don't want to miss that one.
Yep, don't want to miss that one. So,
Jesse Festa.
Festa.
Maybe Dan Festa.
Yep.
Well, now the hunting's over, maybe Dan will get back to work. He can start sending me some more work.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, but, all right, guys. Well, congratulations again, Nate, to a successful season.
You too, man.
Thank you.
Everyone else that was
Thank you.
successful. And the only thing I'm waiting on is get my head cleaned up and see if anybody entered the Whitetails.
Yeah.
Buck.
For the
Buck hunt.
the gun buck
I
contest.
might have the only gun buck.
That's entered over there at the Heritage Buck Contest. Yeah. So we'll see. I got to talk to Mike here when he gets back from ATA. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Like always, like and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to share it around to your friends and family. Appreciate all the support. And if you have questions and you didn't want to put them on the show, please shoot us a message and we'll get back to you with it. But we love having the comments coming on the show to give guys advice, tips, and tell you guys what's working for us and what we're seeing in the woods. So, all right.
Blind.
Straw blind, 2026.
Ben's obsessed.
I am. I'm going to put it right on all my towers.
He's tearing all his towers down.
And building them out of straw.
And he's just
I'm
building straw blinds.
I am the little piggy building straw blinds. You got it for 2026. So, all right, guys, be safe if you're out there doing habitat work, and your work now directly impacts your success for the 2026 deer season. So scout, plan, scheme, whatever. Look at your hunting critically, especially if you didn't have success.
Lot of fun to get out in the woods right now with the snow on the ground, and even though we're supposed to get a warm up, but and see what the deer are doing.
A little chainsaw
Watch the
action.
tracks. Look easy to find beds. You might get lucky
pull
and
moon
find an antler.
stands. Yep. Sheds.
Hopefully not a deadhead.
Yep. Well, they happen, but
I'm curious if I'm gonna find Trace.
yeah, he kind of went MIA, didn't he?
I think he's dead in that bedding area.
Don't say that. He's just living, Nate, in a 10-foot radius spot. And he's got everything ate down to the ground in that. Including him.
Including. Yeah. Yes.
All right, guys. Well, thanks again, Nate. Always a great time to share the stage with you. You're my right hand, and I appreciate you, dude.
Man. Yep. Appreciate you too, and congratulations this year, and we'll see what this year brings.
All right, guys. Catch y'all next time.